Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Christ the royal master leads against the foe, forward into battle, see his banners go. Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Oh, for a faith that will not shrink, though pressed by every foe, that will not tremble on the brink of any earthly woe, that will not murmur or complain beneath a chastening rod, but in the hour of grief or pain will lean upon its God. A faith that shines more bright and clear when tempests rage without, that when in danger knows no fear, in darkness feels no doubt. Lord, give us such a faith as this, and then whatever may come, we'll taste and hear the hallowed bliss of an eternal home. A charge to keep I have, a God to glorify, a never-dying soul to save, and fitted for the sky, to serve the present age, my calling to fulfill. Oh, may it all my powers engage to do my Master's will. Arm me with jealous care, as in thy sight to live, and o'er thy servant, Lord, prepare a strict account to give. Help me to watch and pray, and on thyself rely. Assured if I my trust betray, I shall forever die. Rise up, O men of God, have done with lesser things. Give heart and mind and soul and strength to serve the King of Kings. Rise up, O men of God, his kingdom tarries long. Bring in the day of brotherhood and end the night of wrong. Rise up, O men of God, the church for you doth wait. Her strength unequal to her task, rise up and make her great. Lift high the cross of Christ, tread where his feet have trod. As brothers of the Son of Man, rise up, O men of God.
Good evening. Let's edify each other, shall we? Edifying the saints with shenanigans and professionalisms. And CJ may or may not ever get here. Ooh,
Hello.
hi. Man, are you glitzy or what?
Yes, I don't know why.
Yeah, wow.
Did that clear up?
Oh, kind of.
A lot of people believe that getting baptized.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. I'm late because I got TikTok obsessed.
You got TikToked?
Yeah, I made a response video. Well, at least the first part. I gotta finish it after this.
I wondered.
Were you like, why is he not live?
Yeah, I'm like, normally he's live by the time I finish with prayer. What's going on here?
Sorry.
I'm like, well, he'll see it, I'm sure. Or I can just tag him 6 times.
We both went live.
What?
Well, 2 rooms, 2 live links. I went live without you. Like at the same time you created the room, we were both live for a minute.
Oh.
And then I deleted mine.
I see. Okay. Didn't know that. You weren't live when I refreshed the page, so I just made one with.
Sorry.
Technically, I had Alicia make one. But yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'll respond real quick to this guy. Boy.
Hello, Reba. Good to see you, sister. Hello, Carol. Reba brings in our slogan for today, or one of them. Fun Friday!
Hooray! So, how was your day?
Everyone. How are you doing? Oh, wow, close up. Are you the marshmallow man?
Does my mouth look clean?
I don't know, I'm not a dentist. But man, your breath smells. No.
Bye.
At least they haven't made Smelfies yet.
Yeah, right?
That would be bad. Oh,
I've had an interesting day.
Oh, did you? Hey, Sam.
I had a not so nice encounter with a guy on TikTok. I went
Did you run
live.
into him or did he run into you?
What?
I said, did you run into him or did he run
No,
into you?
he ran into me. He came in my live stream and called me mentally retarded, and I live off of the government, and yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, sure, you're the first. Not.
I even have a video now that I direct people to. No, I'm not a
Yeah,
mental retard. See this video.
I remember you were telling me you made it. I think I've seen a portion of it. I'm like, no, this guy's a USA traveler. I don't know what you're talking about. Goes to Iowa, goes to Tennessee, goes to Minnesota. He's been more places in the States than I have been.
USA.
Nationwide is on your side.
So I've been working on TikTok today, and then what do I do? What else did I do today? That was kind of an easy day. I did everything toward the beginning of the week. By the way, did you ever get the morning meditation up at StreamYard?
Yeah, you didn't title it.
Well, it's editor's choice this week.
Yes, that's what I figured.
Um,
Like, I think this is one. He recorded one that's short, and then he recorded a second one. I think it's probably the bigger one.
what?
Yeah. There were two unnamed, brief videos in the same spot. And I'm like, So I downloaded the bigger one, and it was you. So all right. It was weird.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the shorter one is the Isaiah class announcement.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I figured that would probably be the wiser thing. You know, CJ do a 3-minute noontime night. No. Now, almost 6. Yeah, that's probably
Uh,
it. Lo and behold, it was. I'm like, okay. He didn't even put his season stamp or episode. None of it. It was just untitled.
I thought I did. Whoop.
Nope.
You can do that for me, right?
Oh, yeah.
Season 2, episode like 25. I don't know.
Oh, let's see.
I don't know where we are.
Yeah, right.
Every week I gotta go back in the stream and I'm like, what was last week's number?
Yeah. What were we doing? Yep. Of course, you know me. I just go to the records. Yeah, the next one's supposed to be 26.
Well, I think I've been more consistent lately with weekly video.
I think we've been a bit more consistent.
TikTok study in Romans, and yes, I'm going through Romans again at a snail's pace on TikTok.
Everyone's really lively tonight, if you notice.
Yes.
They're just enthralled with us. We're very entertaining. Chances are most everyone's cooking supper. And they're just listening to us and humoring us.
Yep. Well, I'm going to have some breakfast burritos after this. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to make a part 2 of my response and then breakfast burritos.
Now, wouldn't they technically be supper burritos?
Yes, I guess.
If you're eating them for supper, I mean, I think they kind of become supper burritos.
I guess, yeah.
Breakfast themed supper burritos. Let's just call them a burrito and leave it at that.
My favorite thing is to eat and watch my show, which I'm excited because I finished my show last night. I get to pick a new one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, Sam, he's having breakfast. He says, yep, my wife gave me breakfast.
How about we'll work till Jesus comes?
Well, I thought we were going to do that anyways, but okay. Sorry, I might be a little sharp today. I don't know. I kind of felt that way.
You're in a mood.
I'm not even in a mood today. It's just things are flowing.
Wow.
The filter might need to be changed a little bit.
Oh boy, this stream's always amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing that people sit through this.
I know, right? It looks we got 45 minutes. Oh dear.
Reba, this is your cue for a good old few jokes to get CJ with.
Oh dear. I did a study about angels today for public times.
I saw that. How'd it
We-
go?
I think it went well. I don't know. I think no. Who was there? Ask Carol. How did that angel study go? I was thinking Heather was there, but I don't think so.
And hello, Sister Heather.
Hello, Heather. It was the last Friday of the month, so that means answer questions that were submitted, and I got 2 questions about angels, so I did a study on angels.
Which way did you take that one?
We talked about there were 4 main things.
Be right back. Keep talking.
We talked about angels. Oh. We talked about their role. Let's see. What's the beginning slide of that one? See, I wasn't even paying attention. I was bored.
Yeah, well, sometimes in the heat of the moment, you can't remember anything you're doing. That's like,
We talked about who are angels, how they're spiritual beings, and they're heavenly messengers. And then we talked about what do they look like. And then we talked about what is their role. And then what is their role in my life.
neat.
Yep.
Of course, I don't know. It was about a year ago. There's a whole bunch of videos like rolled out on biblically accurate angels and what they look like, and they were using the I think the ones from Daniel with the gears and the eyeballs and everything everywhere. This is what angels really look like.
Well, that second question I didn't really give a physical description of angels.
Mm-hmm.
I said 2 points. They look terrifying, and I showed all of the angels that say, "Don't be afraid, come on, don't be afraid." And then they can appear as men.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of the second point.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked studying for it. I had some help of Jim Watson, one of the preachers, had an old study he did, and he let me use his notes.
Adapted.
Yeah. So I ran with it. I talked about babies, the little angel babies.
Oh. Yeah.
Like, here are modern depictions of angels.
Yeah.
with the halo, and I'm like, they probably don't look like that. Probably more terrifying.
Yeah, well, the the baby image really isn't that practical.
Well, I think Gabriel appeared to Daniel. He's an angel. He's an archangel.
He's the archangel.
Yeah. Uh, but we could have got into more information about angels, but I thought that would be good enough to whet the appetite.
Mm-hmm.
There also seems to be a order, like a ranking order of angels.
Yep.
We don't know how that works out, but
Now, do you go?
cherubim, I think. Yeah, but the angel Gabriel did appear, I think, twice toward the end of Daniel. Gabriel, I think. No, we have another one that's named. Michael, right?
Yes.
Gabriel, Michael. I think that's the only two angels that are given proper names. I missed a big opportunity to talk about the angel of the Lord, but I did. Like I said, I didn't touch every aspect of angels.
Right. Well, it wasn't an exhaustive study.
Yeah. It was right at the 45-minute mark.
Wow.
So I I was happy with it.
And yeah, you're probably right there, Sheila. Cherubim, cherubs. Yeah. But it was really strange. It was like all of a sudden, there were just videos of people who made or generated what biblical angels were supposed to look like,
Uh,
and it's like they take almost any physical form. We have man, we have beasts, four-headed, we have weird.
yeah.
They don't really have a set one physical form.
Interesting that angels also execute judgment in the book of Revelation. They're given authority to judge. Uh, that's another thing I brought out. But
Now, did you go into the actual word angel?
yeah, it means messenger.
Yeah. Angel comes from the, what is it? Is it Greek or
Although I think I mentioned it in passing, I didn't do the angelos like
yeah,
I should.
which is tied to angelos, and angelos means messenger. And not every time the word angel is mentioned in the Bible is it a heavenly angel messenger.
And I didn't touch the. I tried to keep it with what we know concretely. I didn't
Yeah.
go. We didn't go to Revelation 2 and 3 and try and decide if every church is an angel or if every church is a preacher or whether we have guardian angels or not. I tried to stay out of the weeds.
Yeah. There's a whole lot of speculation, and there's a whole lot of you know, for lack of a better word, myths that became true, quote unquote, thanks to history.
But I encourage y'all to go check out this week's episode of Pulpit Nights. Next week, we get back into the norm studying Philippians. Actually, it'll be our last Philippians study, and we'll be out of Philippians and plan on the finishing out the year with topical studies because I don't want to. I want to keep it the one sermon series a year, so you don't just jump from sermon series to sermon series.
Right.
So,
Oh, Sam says Hebrews 1 tells you about the role of the angels. And Sam says CJ has seen angels.
hey, if I have, I don't remember it. I was born dead, so maybe I don't know. I don't remember.
Probably don't want to either.
When the first words out of the angel's mouth are, "Don't be afraid," you know they're vicious creatures. Don't be afraid. Don't freak out, please.
Well, I think some of that is, like, what is it? Gideon's in the threshing floor. Or Gideon's in the wine press threshing grain, and all of a sudden looks up and there's an angel. Yeah! It's not that the angel was exactly fierce looking. It's just element of surprise.
Yeah. I really like that appearance because you have here he is. Here's Gideon hiding from the Midianites.
Mm-hmm.
The angel goes, "Oh, valiant warrior!"
Yeah.
I always love that account. I feel like it's so funny.
Right. Gideon is he's threshing wheat, and as I recall, the reason is because the Midianites, or is it Moabites? Which one did you say again?
Midianite.
Midianites. The Midianites had taken control over the food supplies and were rationing it out to the Israelites, and so that they couldn't have exactly a lot of food to raise a rebellion. They were a little on the weak side. And so you have Gideon, he's threshing this wheat in secret so he can make bread, which is why he was hiding, is because it was illegal to make your own food, if I recall correctly.
And he is hiding and he's called "Oh, valiant warrior."
Yep. He's on high alert, he's listening, making sure he can't hear anyone coming, and all of a sudden the voice, there's the angel. Oh my! That would freak about anybody out. Oh. Sam says after the Lord went through temptation, the angel came to comfort him. I think I remember. Yes, he had attendants.
Yes, I did not bring that one out. There's just so much. I feel like I could do Angels Part 2.
Yeah, probably.
Probably, but one series I would like to do is spiritual beings. That's on my radar, so I may just save that for when I do that.
Sam says angel didn't scare Mary, but surprised her, and Zacchaeus.
Well, actually, Sam,
not Zacchaeus.
Zacharias.
Zacharias, yes.
Actually, the angel did say to Mary, "Don't be afraid." So she was afraid. I used 3 examples: Zacharias, Mary, and the guards at the tomb.
Yeah.
They all shook like dead men or became like dead men.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. And
what,
what?
what song did I say?
We'll work till Jesus comes.
No, I gotta find it. What were you gonna say? The guards shook like dead men.
What?
I said the guards shook like dead men.
Yeah. They were scared out of their wits. Mm-hmm. Some of that's because, element of surprise. And, yeah, wasn't that one armed with a sword?
No, that's Balaam's donkey.
Well, there's that one. Yeah. Okay.
I don't think the angels at the tomb were armed with a sword.
I think I remember him having one. Interesting.
But anyways,
Yeah.
that was a fun study.
Mm-hmm.
That's always a fun study. I thought I would attract some people with that study. We only had like 5 people in. Maybe it'll pick up speed. I did not, because I did not talk about the angel of the Lord. That would be a lesson in and of itself, I feel like.
Yes. That one would be quite a. You'd have to go another layer deeper or two. Yeah. Okay. So here in Matthew 28:2, let me pull it up.
We're talking about angels, Sister T.
So, wrong one. Work with me. Where did you go? Where did you? There we are.
Did they have a sword there?
I don't see one. But
Okay. I'm like, wait, I thought I just read that, but I missed the sword.
but anyways, so we have Mary Magdalene and the other Mary go to see the tomb, and all of a sudden there's a great earthquake, and the angel of the Lord descends from heaven and rolled back the stone and sat on it. His appearance was like lightning, his clothing white as snow, and for fear of him the guards trembled and became like dead men. I mean, you're standing guard, and here come these two ladies toward you, and all of a sudden here's an earthquake. You're going to be scared anyways.
Yeah.
Let alone this heavenly being descends out of the sky,
Yeah. So in that lesson, I talked about passages that are unarguable as appearances of angels. I didn't go to the is this an angel or is this a creature type thing, or is this somebody else?
Right. Is it a random person with a message, or Mm-hmm.
I tried to pick passages that are unmistakable.
Yeah, undoubtedly. You're not going to have a human descending from the sky after an earthquake.
Or you want a human in 2 Thessalonians 1:7 coming with the Lord to judge everybody.
And remember, Of course, this would be the angel of the Lord, I think, but did God's judgment over Israel.
Yeah, he killed Hunter and
All the firstborns.
yeah, that was the angel of death.
Yeah.
Apparently, there are different types of angels: angel of death, archangels, angel of the Lord. Let's see. I don't know. I was gonna throw something in about the cherubim, but I'm like, don't they're angelic beings, but I don't think they're angels themselves. So I for forwent talking about the cherubim because I don't know if that's necessarily an angel.
Right. I kind of think they are, but I'm with you. I don't know for sure. No point in talking about something you don't know, right?
For sure, they're heavenly beings. What
Yes.
what type? They may be angels. I don't know.
Let's see if I can find anything at a glance here. And of course, I probably just totally misspelled that.
Don't worry, my class on Monday is a lot more straightforward than my sermon was.
Hmm.
Isaiah 1 should be straightforward. Should be.
Should be.
Now it's CJ.
Yeah.
And I may end up making it clear as mud.
Interesting. What is the definition of a cherubim? I've never thought to look that up before. Okay.
Is it a type of angel?
Oh, look, an angel. Angelic being. Flanking God's throne. Okay. Interesting. Strong's?
Imaginary.
Figure. Thanks, Strong. And they're mentioned a hearty amount of times.
So I guess they're classified as angelic beings. I don't know if they're in the same class as angels. Hmm.
I don't know. Because, see, here in Genesis,
I had that in my lesson and then I took it out.
God sends man out of the garden, drove him out, and then he placed on the east side of the Garden of Eden cherubims and a flaming sword, which turned every way. So, I guess cherubims are more like a guardian, would take the role more as a guard rather than an exact messenger, I guess. And then,
You know, I never noticed that. I always assumed that the cherubim were holding the flaming sword.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. The flaming sword was floating on its own, turning every which
I
way.
know, I'm like, wait, it's floating.
Yeah.
When? What day of creation?
um. Well, the simple answer, I suppose, would be they were already with God.
When God created everything, right?
Because remember, the spiritual existence was already there. We had God, we had heaven as we know it,
Yeah.
and as God's residing place. In Genesis 1, we have God makes the earth and heaven, as in the sky heaven, not the spiritual heaven.
Right.
And so, as far as we know, they were already with him, to my knowledge.
But he did create them at some point. They're not eternal.
Right.
I
Uh-huh.
think that was in Psalm 148, where uh, they're classified as created beings.
Yes. Sheila says, and they say it would take at least 12 men to move the stone off the tomb. Yeah, at least 12, if not more.
We also covered Hebrews 1:7. Angels are ministers to those who believe.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Like I said, I just made the point,
Yeah.
and I didn't pretend to know what that'll mean. Uh,
As I said, it's not an exhaustive study.
in some way, they minister to Christians.
But here's what got me. So here we have, this is the first account of cherubims. And they're apparently guardian. And then it seems like, from what I can see, every other time. Let me scan this just before I open my white mouth.
I believe they're connected to the Ark of the Covenant every other time, right?
Give me one moment. First.
Is that what you were pondering?
Yes, give me.
Watch, there's going to be a one time in some Ezekiel passage.
Yeah, actually.
Oh, you found the one time in the Ezekiel passage where they're not by the
Uh-huh.
Ark of the Covenant?
So, every other time, excluding Ezekiel, the, the cherubim seems to be mentioned just as something that was carved. Like, for example, Solomon carved them on the temple, or as they sat on the Ark of the Covenant, spreading their wings back and forth. See, so every other time,
Except for Ezekiel. Ezekiel's weird, so.
Ezekiel, yeah, and thou shalt make 2 cherubims of gold, of beaten work shalt thou make them, in the 2 ends of the mercy seat. One cherub on one end, the other on the other.
So,
Stretch forth their wings, covering the mercy seat.
so I guess that would be kind of just statues of cherubim, right?
Yes, beaten work. Yeah, they were smithed of gold. So they would be statues that were fastened to the lid, and their wings were covering the mercy seat. So
Yeah. It's like they're etching them in.
They probably smithed them individually and put them on the lid. But
But next week we'll get our heads out of the clouds and back to scriptures that make a bit more sense.
yeah. But yeah, other than that, and Ezekiel, yeah, they're images, or they're referenced as.
Well, I believe in Ezekiel. They're like part of the wheels or within the wheels
I
or
think they are the wheels.
are the wheels you got God's floating throne and cherubim have something to do with those wheels.
hmm Yeah, see here in Ezekiel. Ezekiel is an interesting book. Yeah, but we have Ezekiel looking, behold, firmament that was above the head of the cherubims. There appeared over them, as it were, a sapphire stone. Yeah. So, cherubim stood to the right side of the house. Yeah, so guards, really. They seem to be more of a guardian, holding down guard. Which
If,
makes sense why they're on top of the Ark of the Covenant.
if you want your guardian angel,
yeah.
uh, that's cherubim.
I
But
guess.
they guard things, not necessarily you, but things.
And then here in Ezekiel 10, sound of the cherubim's wings was heard even to the outer court, as the voice of the Almighty God when he speaketh. And that came to pass that when he had commanded the man clothed with linen, saying, "Take fire from between the wheels, from between the cherubims." So yeah, there we have the wheels and the gears and etc. Yeah. Ezekiel takes a lot of processing.
Yes, it does. And that's another interesting passage where I don't know if those are messengers or
Mm-hmm.
angels. I mentioned that in passing when we talked about angels in my life. That they rejoice when I repent. Luke 15. They minister to me. Hebrews 1:14 and maybe 13:7, which is that text.
Mm-hmm.
And then they carry me to paradise. Carry me to paradise when I die. Right? Luke 16. So that's the three things I consider their angels' involvement in my life.
But yeah, in the reference that Sam is mentioning, it could be a human messenger, or it could be spiritual. The context doesn't really pick a side. To my remembrance, this is me too. It's in the Genesis study, and that's to watching the Bible Talk TV. Ooh.
Yeah, uh, angels are always a topic of interest to people.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you talk about spiritual beings, I think that piques people's ears. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it's telling that I got two questions about it, so that's the Luke 16 35, the parable of the rich man and Lazarus, or the story of the rich man and Lazarus, whichever side you take. The angels will come one day. We don't know when. They'll come and take us away. Will you be ready then?
Ezekiel 10:8, and there appeared to be in the cherubims the form of a man's hand under their wings. He couldn't quite tell, but it seemed to be there had hands underneath the wings. Then he looked, and behold, the four wheels by the cherubims, one wheel by one, the other wheel by another, yeah, and the appearance of wheels. It's.
I wonder what Ezekiel thought when he's writing it. Did he think, is this coherent enough? I mean, when I read Ezekiel, I gotta read it super slow to
Right.
understand what's being said.
And as for their appearances, they four had one likeness, so they all looked the same, as if a wheel had been in the midst of a wheel. So kind of like a ball bearing, I figure, like a bearing. You have one wheel, and then you have another wheel on the inside, rotate-y, do stuff. It's just it's hard to. You gotta really, really think.
Boy,
I feel sorry for Ezekiel.
yeah, that would be a good study, but also I wouldn't want to be the first to volunteer Ezekiel. I don't think it's the most difficult book, but it is a challenging book.
Well. O land of rest, for thee I sigh, when will the moment come when I shall lay my arms high and dwell in peace at home? Well, work till Jesus comes. Work till Jesus comes. Work till Jesus comes and will be gathered home. No tranquil joys on earth I know, peace for sheltering home. This world of woe, this world is not my home. We'll work till Jesus comes. We'll work till Jesus comes. We'll work till Jesus comes and will be gathered home. To Jesus Christ I fled for rest. He bade me cease to roam and lean for succor on his left till he conduct me home. Well, work till Jesus comes, we'll work till Jesus comes, we'll work till Jesus comes and will be gathered home. I sought and my Savior more. My steps shall roam with head willing tide and reach my heavenly home. Where till Jesus comes, we'll work till Jesus comes, we'll work till Jesus comes and we'll be gathered home. You just about forgotten about Dad's intervention in the middle of that song. Dad and you.
Yeah.
Hoo, ha!
No, I can't forget it.
Uh,
Oh, I do again. Yep, we should only care what the Bible says and leave speculation in the realm of speculation. It's fun to speculate as long as we make that distinction. This is speculation that I'm having fun with.
mhm.
That.
Too often, people speculate and then pretty much write it off as fact.
Yep.
No, we can't do that.
Well, thank you all for being here. Remember, here at CEM, we want to do three things. We want to glorify God, edify you, His saints, and answer any spiritual questions you may have. Thank you all, and God bless.
Has it already been almost an hour?
Almost, yeah.
Bummer. Anyways. Time flies when you're having fun.
I know it does.
I was having a blast. You are very welcome, Sheila. Thank you for being here, sister. Thank you all for being here. You're welcome, Reba. Till we meet again, God bless you all. Stay safe, stay strong. I love each and every one of you. Love y'all. Bye-bye.